Hey guys, my name is Box, and welcome to another World of Warcraft Pandaren discussion video. Patch 8.3 had a lot of great lore for the Pandaren, and I'm very excited for it, actually for this sole reason. Returning are many Pandaria favorites: Terranzu, Chen, Lili, Lorewalker Cho, Asa, G freaking Firepaw, and many, many more. We've also restored the Vale of Eternal Blossoms to its former glory, although Azeroth has something to say about that. As many of you know, I am ecstatic about the return of these characters. I think they've really lacked presence over the last few years, and I've made many videos about this, but this is exactly what I wanted from the Pandaren. If you didn't know, G and Asa are defending their respective shrines in the Vale. At this point, they don't have any dialogue, but something I love here is the fact there are Hwaujan and Teshui monks that aren't Pandaren. While these are the names of the two factions, it's great to see Blizzard acknowledge that the faction is an ideology, so other races can technically join them. Overall, my complaints with G and Asa have been quelled since patch 8.2.5, and I'm very happy to see them included in the storyline, and very excited for potentially a future storyline with them maybe working together and exploring the two ideologies. I think that would be really, really great. Chen and Lili are back, and this speaks for itself, guys. I'm super happy about this. Chen is my favorite Pandaren and favorite WoW character for many reasons, and any lore with him makes me very happy. I do feel Lili deserves a new model, considering she's supposed to be the age of Anduin at this point, but I think I'll take what we can get. This is off topic, but I think it would be really, really cool if we saw Rexxar, Rokon, and Chen reunite at some point. Hell, maybe Rexxar might even make an appearance in the Vale or something. That would be really, really cool. Either way, I'm really happy to see these two back in the storyline, and it always brings a smile to my face when I see them involved. Terranzu and the Shadowpan are actively playing defense in the Vale right now against Azeroth's corruption. In the assault, basically Terranzu is the catalyst that sends you around the zone to clean up Azeroth's mess in the Vale. Something I really enjoy is some of the minor Shadowpan characters that appear here. For a good example, one of the Shadowpan I really liked in Mists of Pandaria was Taushi, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I actually ended up designing my Pandaren rogue in the Alliance after her, Aluin on Wyrmrest Accord. Again, I actually think there's a lot more fans of the Shadowpan than there are of the playable Pandaren faction-wise. I think a lot of people really enjoy their aesthetic and their look and their lore. They're the defenders of Pandaria, and it makes perfect sense that they're at the forefront of this conflict. It's good to see Terranzu, honestly, most of all. I think he was one of those characters that I noticed when Mop was first released some people didn't like, but towards the end of the expansion they really understood him and they really enjoyed his character. I could say myself I really liked Terranzu during Pandaria, and I'm always happy to see more of him. So as for the Shadowpan, overall I think their involvement in this conflict is very awesome, and I'm very happy to see them in the storyline again. The next Pandaren I want to talk about is Lorewalker Cho. He actually hasn't really done much as far as I know other than give you the World Quest announcement in the global chat when you zone into the Vale, but I'm very happy to see him included. He was one of my favorite Pandaren during Mists of Pandaria. I think it's really awesome that these characters finally have spotlight again, and I'm really happy and I hope this continues in future patches, but this is like, whew! This is what I wanted from the Pandaren for ages, and I hope we continue to get new and exciting storylines from them. So there's another really interesting development going on in the Vale this patch, and I wasn't able to get any footage of it on the PTR currently, but let's talk about the Mogu. There's a group of Mogu in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms that are actually allied with us. They're a fragment group led by the Titan Keeper Raden, and that is very badass. I'll keep this brief, but I could potentially see them being another allied race post-patch 8.3. Given that, spoilers, Raden ends up dying in the final raid, I think these Mogu will be seeking some sort of ally post 8.3. I believe there was a leak a while ago suggesting that Mogu might come into the fold, and I actually think this could create some interesting storyline for the Pandaren in general. Considering the Mogu are their ancient enemy, how would Asa react? How would G react? Personally, I think they would find a way to forgive this faction, because I think the Pandaren are the most forgiving race out there, and they can see the good in anybody sometimes, but we'll just have to wait and see. There's others that would definitely disagree with me on this subject. The other thing that I found very interesting in the Vale is that Magni is there. I imagine he's just there defending against Azeroth, as that's basically been his whole plot the whole expansion. I found him hidden in the Seat of Knowledge in the VALE, where Lorewalker Cho is usually located. Another interesting thing I found when I was doing one of the quests for Terran Zoo is Azeroth is trying to control the spirits that fight against the ancient Mogu that I believe are the same Pandaren that fought alongside Kang the Fist of First Dawn. I wonder what the hell Azeroth would want to use those for, but it's still interesting nonetheless, and it's a good tie and callback to the expansion. Somebody actually brought up to me at one point that the Pandaren are the perfect counter to the old gods because they had to fight the Shah for so many years, and I wholeheartedly agree with this. I think the Pandaren would have some very valuable wisdom to offer the other races of Azeroth to face off against Azeroth. Perhaps again this could be another great callback to Mists of Pandaria's campaign, and it's really awesome the parallels that we've actually had between Battle for Azeroth and Mists of Pandaria. Another small but very cool detail is that the Golden Lotus is here defending the VALE alongside the other Pandaren factions. If you played during Mists of Pandaria, you'll remember doing the Golden Lotus dailies in the VALE, so it's very, very cool to see them back. Overall, this is an awesome love letter to Pandaren players. Both playable factions, the Shadow Pan, which sometimes is arguably more popular than the Alliance and Horde Pandaren. Chen and Lili, I'm just so happy about this, guys. I cannot wait for this patch. I hope you guys are as excited for 8.3 as I am, and I'd love to hear in the comments below. My next video, we're going to be talking about Pandaren Death Knights and why I'm pretty excited for those. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again soon. Bye!
Hello, loyal viewers. It is I, your former war chief, reporting in from an undisclosed location. And I gotta say, it's a good thing I can't eat, because the only thing we have here is ramen noodles and Chef Boyardee, and let me tell you, that's not a delicacy fit for the Banshee Queen. Anyways, thank you for watching this episode of Box and Jackalope, and I hope to see you again. Bye.